Cooking with Gloria. Today, I want to share with you a very delicious summer dessert. Spring rolls full of fruits that I know that you guys are going to love and enjoy. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients: peaches, strawberries, mangoes, sugar, watermelon, water, and the rice paper. This is everything we need for these delicious spring rolls. So let's get started. I want to start with my mangoes, sugar, and a little bit of water. It's going to be here for about 10 minutes in medium-low heat. It's starting already boiling. I'm just gonna leave it just a couple minutes more, and look at this. This is completely done. I'm gonna turn off my stove and I'm just gonna let it rest just for a little bit. Here I'm adding all the mango little pieces, the little cubes on my cup blender, and now I'm adding the syrup. Now I am ready to start blending it completely until I leave it really nicely and smooth. It really just takes just a couple minutes and this is done. Look at this. It's really nice and warm, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it here in this little cup. It's really smooth. I wanted to show it to you. Look at this. The color is really bright, orangey yellow, and it's nice and thick. It's gonna be perfect for the spring rolls, because when you dip them in there, you're really gonna get all that delicious flavor of the mango sauce. This just comes out amazing. This is completely done. Now let's start making our spring rolls. I have my strawberries here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and slice them. You want to make sure that you slice them almost all at the same time, because those are going to be put right on the bottom of the spring roll, so that we could really see the strawberries, the peaches, and the watermelon. So I'm gonna continue cutting them just like this, one by one, taking my time, because I want almost all of them to be the same thickness. I have here my watermelon. I have sliced it already, and now I'm gonna make little strips just like this. The same thing goes with the watermelon. We want to make sure that they all have almost the same size of thickness, so that when we add it to the spring roll, you could really see the textures. I'm gonna continue here, cutting them slowly so they don't break in half, so that we could just add 2 in every spring roll. Look at this. Just be careful so they don't start breaking on you. Well, I'll continue cutting them and I'll show you when I'm completely done. Here I have my peaches, my strawberries, and my watermelon, and now I am ready to assemble the spring rolls. For the spring rolls, be very careful. I have some hot water here, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of cold water. It needs to be room temperature, a little warmer. And now I am ready to start by adding every sheet of the spring roll. You want to do one by one. Dip it in the warm water, but yet don't leave it too long in the water, or else it'll be really soggy and you won't be able to work with it because it's going to be very sticky. I want to show you this step because this is very important. I like to just get it wet completely. When everything is nice and wet and it's still a little firm, I'm going to add it here to my board, and I'm just going to run my hand right on top of it so the rice paper absorbs that water. And here I'm adding my strawberries, and I always like to add 3 strawberries on the bottom, and then of course my peaches, and I'm only going to add 2 slices of peaches on the top, and then 2 slices of the watermelon. Let me move this aside, and let's start making it like a burrito. We're gonna do the ends first and then the top portion, so it makes it easier for us to just wrap it in there really nice and tight. Look at this. Just make sure that you really put it really nice and tight so everything stays really put inside, and you could really see, look, the strawberries, the peaches, and of course the watermelon. Let me make one more. I'm going to add it here in my little tray, and I'm going to continue because I want to show you that this step is very important. When I started doing them, when you leave them too much in the water, you know something, they get very sticky, and when you put them on the board, they even stay sticked on the board, and when you want to manage them, it's very hard. So just dip it in really quickly, just like that, and then rub your hand on the top. That's gonna help the rice paper to really absorb that little extra water that it still has on the top and the bottom portion. Line up your strawberries. You could add as little or as much. I usually just like to add 3 strawberries slices, 2 peaches, and 2 watermelons. And I think that's pretty good. That's a very good portion. You don't want to add too much, or else it's going to be so difficult to put it in this little roll. Look at this. Once you twist one, the rest, just make it nice and tight so that you could see the strawberries, see everything inside. Look at this one. Of course, and I'm adding the peaches in the middle so that you could see the layers. You see the first layer of the strawberry, the peaches, and the watermelon. The same thing I'm doing with this one. Like I said, just a little bit goes a long way with the water. You don't want to overdo it. And here I'm just rubbing, making sure that everything is nice and wet. It's still a little firm. The rice paper is still a little firm, but that's really how you want it. You don't want it over, soak it in water, and then it's going to be so hard for you to really roll up your spring rolls. Okay, just like this, and I'm doing the sides one more time. I know that this is really time consuming, but at the end, it looks so beautiful. Every single one, you could see the texture of every single one. It looks amazing. And I know that your family is really going to enjoy it, especially the kids, of course. Look, this is completely done. I'm going to continue with the rest. Here I am done completely with the spring rolls, and now I want to show you how they look. You could really see the texture. You could see the layers. You could add, like I said, as much or as little. I just added a little bit to give you an idea how beautiful they look, and yet very tasty. Okay, I'm ready for the presentation, and I'll see you in a bit. completely done with these delicious spring rolls. Perfect for summer, perfect dessert when you are on the go, perfect when your family comes over and you want to treat them with something delicious. Of course, I made this mango sauce that came out nice and creamy and very delicious. You know that this is the part I really love and enjoy, and I really love tasting it. So let's see how this came out. Look how beautiful this looks. Of course, I'm gonna dip it inside my mango sauce, and it's so thick. Look at this. Look how beautiful this looks. Excuse me. Mmm. 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 Really delicious and refreshing. If you liked and loved my recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, with your relatives, with your neighbors in social media. Thank you so much for watching my video from start to end. I really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to push the notification bell. And if you did a delicious recipe, you are going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious spring roll. See you soon in my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.